Well, let's move on to new consultant training number 3. So let's start first with homework. How was homework assignment? Did you hold your 3 Pearl appointments this week with your sales director? Yes, awesome. Congratulations. How about adding your customers to your preferred customer program list? You know, even though it may not always be exactly the time that it is due, you can go in at any time and add customers to your preferred customer list so that when it's time to enroll them, they're all in there, and all you have to do is select all and enter them in. You know, that's a critical part of your business is preferred customer program. How about creating your weekly plan sheet or designing your life? You know, this is something, this is an idea that I love. And when I put my life down on paper or created the life that I wanted to have, I got very excited. So have you done this? Have you done this yet? Make sure that that is something that you create. And because it quickly teaches yourself and your family your priorities. And when you are able to schedule your life, you're more likely to live that life that you have scheduled. So make sure that that is done as well. And then, of course, tracking your IPAs this week, your income producing activities. That is something that we do on a weekly basis, is track our income producing activities. Again, once you've created the way that you want to live, then it helps you then to create the kind of work that you want to have. And according to the goals that you have, whether it be earning your free Mary Kay car, becoming a sales director, working Mary Kay part-time, whatever the case may be, when you plan out your IPAs, then you can track that accordingly. Okay, so let's talk about the mental mindset concerning booking. Well, every business in the world schedules appointments. Think about that. Lawyers, doctors, hairstylists, nail techs, and Mary Kay consultants. We all schedule appointments. Again, all the more reason that when you have this figured out, then you know where you see that it's green on here, this is when I choose to work. Okay, so when I go to book appointments, I know that these are the times that I choose to work. All right, now, I mean, I would hold an appointment just about any time. However, and I know you probably feel the same way when you're new, you're so excited, you're like, I don't care, I want to facial everybody, I don't care if it's 2 in the morning. Well, the thing is this, is that go ahead and create when you want to work, because then you can go about filling that in. And it's just easier when it comes to booking, because if you know every week, Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays for me are my nights that I prefer to hold parties, or days that I prefer to hold parties. Then when I go to book, those are the days that I talk about. Okay, and so that's very critical. When you know when you want to work, it helps you to fill that in. And Mary Kay Ash said, when you are out of bookings, you are out of business. That is so true. That is incredibly true. When you are out of bookings, you are out of business. And so your number one objective every single day is to get a new booking. Because think about it, if every day in a month you got a booking, that's 30 bookings that you have. Now, will all of them hold? No. But that's the whole point of why you want to always make sure you're getting at least a booking a day. All right? That keeps your business moving forward. And so let's talk a little bit about one of the your best tools to track your work. And this is the Perfect and the Power Start Plus tracking sheet. This is something I personally track myself every single month. A perfect start is 15 faces or 5 parties in 2 weeks. And a power start is 30 faces or 10 parties in 30 days. Now the Power Start Plus is when you add in your 6 interviews. Now, if you've been earning your pearls, then you're already there. At this point, you've either just held your first 3 or your second set of 3, so you've done 6. And so every single 30-day cycle. And now, does that mean calendar month? Not necessarily, okay? When you do your very first face or party, that's when I say begin to track. And so let's say that if you started on September 10th, if that's the first day, then September 10th through October 10th would be your 30-day time frame. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a calendar month, because I don't want you to think, well, I can't do anything until the new month rolls around. That's not true. So you can go ahead and start tracking, but I will tell you this, it has been proven by many, 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 many women in Mary Kay, when they track 30, getting the product on 30 new faces in a month, and selecting at least 6 of those women to share the opportunity with, your business will grow, and it will grow substantially. So this is a perfect, ideal way to track your success. Okay. Now, where do these faces come from? Well, your number one source for building your business is always your contact list. Now, whether you started your business and you wrote down 50 names, 100 names, 500 names, or like me, 5 names, that is where you begin. And you work from that list until you run out of names. But keep this in mind. Every name that you have on that contact list, she knows how many more people that you don't know. She knows at least 5 people that you don't know, and chances are more than that. So getting through a list can and should be a long time, right? Because you want to make sure with each one of the people you have on your contact list, she's introducing you to the people that you don't know. Does that make sense? Okay, so, but we always work with that contact list. That's our number one source for business. And you're going to book appointments from your power start. One of the first goals we have in Mary Kate is to practice on 30 faces, because practice makes perfect, okay? And practice makes a power start. So you want to practice on those faces, okay? And so you're going to be booking for them. Just like I said, if you knew 30 women, all those 30 women know how many women you don't know. And that is the key, is to master the skill of booking. So when you focus on getting 1 booking a day, you're never going to run out of business, okay? And our goal is to book at least 2 bookings, all right? To get 2 bookings or 2 future parties set from every single party we hold. If you have 6 women sitting around that table, at least 2 out of those 6 should be booking with you to introduce you to her friends, okay? And one of the things I recommend you do as you're preparing to get booked is to highlight your date book for the times that you want to work. So we go back to this sheet, and let's say we take this sheet and we're seeing where all the green is, and we're plugging that green now into our date book. And so for the next 30 days coming up, what I recommend you do is take a green highlighter. Now, why green? Green to me equals money. When I see the color green, I think money. Okay, so that's why I use green. And so go through the next 30 days, and I want you to highlight the days and times that you are available to work. So for instance, in this scenario, for the next 30 days, I would say every Monday night, Tuesday night is my meeting night, so that's a great night to hold a party at my meeting. Every Thursday night I would highlight in green, and then Saturdays, and I choose to work Saturdays 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 5 o'clock. And so I would go through my date book for the next 30 days and highlight those times in green. So when I begin to book, when I open up my date book, all I'm looking at is the green. And I know that these are the times that I want to book. Okay? All right. So, and the thing too is you want to use your date book for everything. You don't need just a Mary Kay date book and then a book for your life or your job. When you do that, you're going to get some mix-up happening. So you take one date book. Now, whether you choose to do it electronically or you do it on paper, it doesn't matter. It's however way you choose to work, but you want to make sure that that date book looks full. People want to work with busy people, all right? So when you open your date book, and let's say she's sitting right there with you, and you go to book a time for you to get together and meet her friends, she's going to see that you're busy. And then you can say, if you'll look at the green that I have on here, let's take a look at the next 2 weeks coming up. These are the availability times that I have. Which one works better for you? Okay, instead of opening your date book and she's going, well, when do you want to get together? And you're like, I don't know. When do you want to get together? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's exhausting. Okay. And so you want to make sure then that you have a full date book and that you can quickly move through. And because here's the thing, a confused mind does nothing. And if she doesn't know when to get together and you don't know when to get together, nobody knows when to get together, nobody gets together. Okay. And then she'll say, well, let me just get back with you. Okay. No. That won't work either, because then the further away she gets from you, the least excited she's going to be. And so you want to make sure that you get them booked right then. Okay, the next thing is I have a couple of pages for booking scripts. Do you like words? Yes. Scripts are your friend. Scripts are your friend. So we have everything from booking your parties and facials to booking your sharing opportunities. What to say, what will happen at these. These are your words. I can tell you that my most successful consultants who became sales directors mastered the skill of using scripts. Why? Because it keeps you from having to reinvent the wheel and trying to figure out what to say. When I don't know what to say, I look for a script and I use those words. And I know when you look at it, you may say, I would never say something like that. Well, you will. As you begin to use these words, you're going to put yourself into it, your own inflection, you know, your own cute sense of humor, whatever the case may be. But I will tell you, don't fall away from the scripts. The words work. The scripts work. We designed them that way to get results. So trust the process and don't reinvent the wheel. And this will tell you word for word exactly how to book, all the way down to a tentative date booking, which is like, well, let me check my calendar and get back with you. It tells you exactly what to say at that point. So there's some scripts for you there. So what do you say when you call someone? Okay, you're so excited now, and you've got your business going, and you're ready. Okay, contact list is in front of you, your date book is highlighted, and you're ready to go. Now what do I say? Okay, one of the things that you never say is, will you hold a party for me? Those are words of death. Never say that. Never say, will you hold a party for me? And I'm going to tell you why. The reason is because that does not sound like a lot of fun. But it has the word party in it. No. Let me tell you, coming from someone who never liked to hold home-based parties, okay, my thought was, oh my goodness, I have to clean my house. I have to invite 20 people. I got to pester them to make sure they're coming. And I have to cook all this food, and everybody better show up, okay? No, never say those words. I never, ever, ever say to someone, will you have a party for me? The words that I have always used, I use to this day, it's quite simple, and it is this. Hey, I have started a brand new Mary Kay business, and I'm so excited. But I do need to practice on some faces. So I'm calling you to see if I could practice on your face, Susie. Y'all, that sounds much less intimidating, right? Can I practice on your face, Susie? I need some practice. She's going to be more likely to say yes to that. It's non-intimidating. I need to practice. Can I borrow your face? I always say, I need to practice. Can I borrow your face? When we have brand new lines or new color lines or anything, any products that come out, I always say, oh my goodness, I have our brand new color line coming out, and I need to practice on some faces. Girl, can I borrow your face? Those are the words that I use all the time. And so when she says yes, all right, yeah, of course you can borrow my face, then you have your date book right there in front of you, and you say, okay, here's what I have available this week. Now, this is called the comparison of two, all right? Because anything more, like for instance, when you say, well, when do you want to get together, girl? Oh, I don't know. When do you want to? This is where you have to be in charge and lead her. Say, okay, here's what I have coming up this week. I have beginning of the week or end of the week appointment times available. Which do you prefer, beginning or end? She'll say, how about the end of the week? Okay. All right, let's use my scenario here. End of the week to me would be Thursday or Saturday, and say, well, do you prefer a weeknight or maybe a Saturday morning? She'll say, what have you got weeknight? I've got Thursday night. Great, Thursday night. Or what if she says, well, how about sometime on Saturday? Okay, here's what I have on Saturday. I have 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or 5 o'clock. Which would you prefer? Okay, so you narrow her down one at a time, okay? So she's choosing each day. Do you want beginning of the week or the end? Okay, do you want a weeknight or a morning appointment? Okay, do you prefer a Saturday? Great, I have 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Do you see? That's how you coach her through booking that appointment. Okay, all right. Now, how do we take her appointment now and turn it into a party, okay, without asking for it? Remember, we're not using the words, will you have a party for me? We're not doing that. So now what you say is, okay, Susie, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. This is going to be so fun, and thank you so much for letting me borrow your face. You know, Susie, my goal is to practice on 30 faces. Here we go. We're going to our tracking sheet. My goal is to practice on 30 faces in the next 30 days. Now, Susie, I know that you have friends. Do you think that you could have some friends that could help me practice too? I can practice up to 6 faces at a time. So that would be you plus 5 people. Do you think you've got some girlfriends who would let me practice on their face too? So that's how you ask for the booking. Now, what if she says, well, I don't have 5, but I have 2? Oh, that would be awesome. Oh my gosh, Susie, thank you. That is 2 more towards my 30 goal, and I appreciate that. Do you see the difference? That's how it works. Ask her if she has some friends or family. Now, chances are you may also know who she can invite, because this is your contact list and you tend to kind of know everybody. And so you might even say to suggest to Susie, Susie, do you think maybe your sister would like to come? Or how about your next door neighbor, Karen? Or, you know, how about some of the girls you work with? Do you see what I mean? And so you can, with the people you know, you're able to give her suggestions on who she might want to invite. Okay, and so she's like, yeah, sure, I got a couple of people. Fantastic. All right, so Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. Now, Susie, would you prefer to just have like some muffins and coffee and juice? Or are you the kind of girl that, like, if you don't make your breakfast quiche, nobody's coming? Now, because here's the thing, you all, there are some women who love to cook, and that is her love language. So you cannot insult her by saying, no, 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 don't cook a lot. If that is what she loves to do and people love to come to eat at her home, then she has to do that, okay? What I do suggest you do is to say to her, you know, I tell you what, if either they can all arrive, like, you know, let's say if it's going to start at 10 a.m., if everybody can be there like by 9:15, if you want to go ahead and feed them breakfast so we're ready to roll, that would be great. Or if you can hang out, we'll, you know, by the time we get started at 10, everybody's going to be ready to eat. By about 11:15, we'll be ready to roll. And so if you think they can wait that long, just so that she gets the hint, it doesn't start at 10, you start eating at 10, so you don't start the party till 11. You see what I mean? You walk her through the process of how this is going to work, okay? All right, so we have her booked. Now what? Okay, well now it's time to coach her. Number one is, okay, let's talk about the food situation first. And you know, if you have the personality that you can say, now Susie, I can't be there for 5 hours. So let's make sure that we roll this right. If everybody wants to come earlier and go ahead and eat so they're done by the time I arrive and we can get started promptly at 10 o'clock. Or if your friends are like, they'll do good to roll in by 10:15, let's hold the food until right at the end when I'm done. When we start individual consultations, then you can roll out the food. Okay? All right, so next is, Mary Kay always said, a class or party worth booking is a party worth coaching. This is key, okay? This is the most important thing that I can teach you. This hostess needs to know what's in it for her to do this for you. Now, for a lot of women, they're going to do it because they like you and they'll do it as a favor. That is okay. But she also needs to know, being a hostess, she can get free products. Or let's say she's kind of not sure, she's got some friends. That's when you dangle the carrot of, well, Susie, I know you're probably going to fall in love with some products. Would you like to pay for them or would you rather have them for free? Because if you can get some friends to come together, I give free products. And so this is where your hostess packet comes into play. Now, all of the things that I'm going to show you and share with you are on our website at stokestrong.com, where you are right now watching this. So go on there and look under training, and you're going to see skincare class know-how, and you're going to see the contents of a hostess packet. Everything that you need, you can go right on there and print off and create. And these are some really cute little cellophane bags if you want to order some of these. The source that we use is called mygirlfriendshouse.com. Now, make sure you type that in correctly because you could go to a website that you might not want to see. So use those words, mygirlfriendshouse.com. You will see tons of wrapping and all kinds of little goodie bags. We do a lot. And so they come in bulk. And you might even find that you want to get together with some of your consultant girlfriends and put an order together. They're not expensive, but you get a lot when you order. And so you might want to do that. So these are kind of cute, you know, just cute little cellophane bags. Just something to make it a little different so it stands out. She can find it on her kitchen counter along with everything else. So what goes in a hostess plan? A hostess packet. Well, number one is, what is your hostess plan? This is my favorite hostess plan. It is $100 free when you party with me. And the $100 is broken down into $20 increments, okay? So each thing that she does, she gets $20 in free product. The reason I love this is because it works full circle, okay? And I will tell you this, if she earns $100 in free product, you just had a rockin' party. Blasted out rockin' party. And so this is the hostess plan that I love the most for several reasons. The first one is she gets $20 free when she holds her party on the originally scheduled date. The reason I love this is because it keeps her from wanting to change the date, because I can't stand to mark something out on my date book. Drives me nuts. And so I want to make sure that when I want to work is when I am holding appointments. The second one is if she has 5 or more friends who do not have a Mary Kay consultant and over the age of 18. And you need to make sure they know that. Now, your guest must be over the age of 18. Or if it's a mother bringing her teenage daughter, that's fine as well, but it cannot be a teenager coming alone, all right? She has to have permission. Another $20 is have at least $300 in total party sales. Now, that's sales happening there at the party. She can earn more, $20 free, with $100 in outside orders, which are outside order forms you can print off and put in your packet. So she can take up orders as well from the women who can't come, but she would love to order something to support the party and to support her hostess. So she can get $20 free for $100 there. And then she can also get $20 free if she gets one booking for a future Mary Kay party. Now, that means it has to be on the date book that night. Not someone saying, well, I have to get back with you. That doesn't count. It has to go on the date book tonight. Okay? And she listens to the hotline. Now, what is the hotline? This is another sheet that you can print off. The hotline is, it's a recording that I have made. It's talking about my journey with Mary Kay. So it's basically like an interview. You get to hear my story, but you know what it is? It's the layering process. It is this hostess learning more about Mary Kay. Who knows if it's for her or not, but the more she learns about it and sees a bigger picture, the more likely she may be to want to do this. And so if she gets one future party booked and listens to the hotline, she gets $20 free. Or, I love this part, 2 or more future parties booked at the event, and she can earn an exclusive hostess gift. Okay, what is that? Well, here's the things that I like to use for that. I love to use the Skin Vigorate cleansing brush. I love to offer the brush collection or the microdermabrasion set. All of those are like $50, $50 to $55. Why do I like to offer those? Those products are considered more luxury items. Women would love to have, but she may not spend $50 to get them, but she'd love to have them. And so I'll offer those, and those always go in the center of my table. They're part of my centerpiece. And I say at the beginning, and you're going to learn this in your training, I say at the beginning, she's going to have an opportunity to earn an exclusive hostess gift on top of her free products when 2 or more future parties are booked tonight. So y'all think about it. Who might want to get together and party with me? And when she has 2 or more parties booked tonight, she gets to pick one of those items there in the middle of the table. Okay? And I ask her right then, so, Susie, which one do you want? Which one do you want? Well, here's what's going to happen. Oftentimes, what happens is Susie gets so excited, she wants one of those gifts in the middle, and she's like, okay, girls, Sarah, you're going to have one, and Cindy, you're going to have one. Oftentimes, they will do it. They'll go ahead and have it picked and chosen. It's the funniest thing. And her friends will go along with it because they want her to have the gift. Okay, but it's great. And then down at the bottom is she can earn up to 3 items at half price. If her party sales are $400, $500, or $600 and more, she can get items at half price. Why do we offer that? Well, you know what? It's getting her more head-to-toe Mary Kay, and it doesn't cost you anything. If she gets it at half price, that's your cost. So it's supporting your star goal. You will be a star, but it's not costing you anything because she pays you the price you paid for the product. Got it? But it gets her more in love with the product. So that's the hostess plan. If it's something that doesn't trick your trigger, figure out a hostess plan that you do like. There's others out there. Just don't offer too many. Pick the one that you are most excited about, the one that you would book a party for, because if you're excited about it, so will she be, okay? Another thing that I put in the hostess packet is a lookbook so that she can take up the outside orders, and I tell her, make sure you take a look at that lookbook and start making your wish list for your $100 in free products, okay? So when she's ready to shop, she's ready. And then, of course, I always put my business card in there so she can get in touch with me quickly. So that's the hostess packet. And so if she's not sitting right there with you at the time that you're setting this up to hand it to her, you're going to pop it in the mail to her. And the next thing you want to do is make sure you set up a time in the next 24 hours to get her guest list. Now, we're going to go into that at another training as well. Chances are you will have that guest list already right there that night when she did the referral game. All right, so that's coming up in your next training. Okay, all right. So, and one of the things I do offer for the guest list is if she gets her guest list to me within 24 hours from now, I do have a special gift for her. And it's usually like a free eyeshadow, a pack of beauty blotters, something like that. That's what I like to offer. So, you know, again, it's an incentive for her to get that list to you in a prompt time. All right, your homework assignment. Your homework assignment this week is to make 10 of those hostess packets. Now, you don't have to use these little cellophane bags. You don't have to do that. If you just go to the Office Max and get something, get a folder, an envelope, whatever you want to do, but make 10 of those packets. Why? Because you need to be prepared. You are about to be a booking machine, and so you've got to make sure that your hostess packets are ready. Get 3 new bookings this week. 3 new bookings. You're going to be working from that contact list. Now you have your scripts and you know exactly what to say. So 3 new bookings, okay? And what do you need for next week? Next week, for when you come back for training, you need to bring one face model with you, one guest, and bring your starter kit. You're going to participate in a live skincare class. So you're going to be able to see what it is like to literally walk right through. So you get all these bookings ready because you're going to be ready to roll. Okay? All right. Well, I'm so excited for you all. And your prize for completing those 3 things is the keychain from the collection. So it's super cute. All right. Let's have a great week.